I believe that the issue of involving women in AI is fundamentally an issue of economic access and political enfranchisement. We often talk about AI without agreeing on what it is, which is why the main change that I would make to how we view AI is to redefine it. AI at its core is not a technical thing, but instead a cultural practice of persuading people to see decisions to an autonomous system that actively co-shapes them. When you adopt an AI for your business, you're either doing it to shift the cost of making a complex decision to months or years before you know the decision that has to be made, or you're trying to make repeatable decisions at a macro scale with micro granularity. In both cases, the economics rely on the outsized gains of ceding our decisions to an autonomous system of some capability. But for any of this to work, we as AI providers must persuade you to entrust a meaningful decision to our system. Our work exists because you can only access the economic gains when you've built sufficient belief in the reliability of not only the system, but also the processes that protect you when the system goes wrong. This act of ceding control is profoundly political because you empower a machine with your economic power. The only other instance where we routinely cede our decision to another person is when we either employ someone or cast our vote. So if women are not actively involved in the negotiation of which decisions, to what machines, to what extent, in what manner, then we risk being as politically and economically disenfranchised as if we were unable to vote or employ. To be involved as a woman in AI is to seek influence over these critical negotiations, because without our contribution, structures of power will be built and economic rewards reaped without our voice or any claim to our share. I have spent my entire career working at this moment of the economic chain, because it is at this moment that power and interests collide. To empower people to be involved in determining whether or not they can tolerate the risk of ceding a decision to an AI is an act of political and economic enfranchisement of women. Which is why I believe that the issue of involving women in AI is fundamentally an issue of economic access and political disenfranchisement.